It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Friday's Travel and Cruise Industry Cast. On this, the 20, come on, Tom, 2025. Brought to you by West Owner Scooter Around and by Chillie Crew, coming live from London. I hope signal is okay. It's been a whole day and it's been fine all this afternoon here, of course. All afternoon, I finally think but show every so, it would be a liberties on that. All right, we've got a ton of stuff to talk to, plus an explanation. First, the news that we are going to cover today, the lead story, and there's a bunch of small stories. They're none of humongous stories. The lead story today is MSC Super Bowl. Embarkation. Today, folks, is National I mean, you name it, he puts peanut butter on it. So, today in history, in 1908, since we're in the United Kingdom, Robert Baden-Powell organizes the first Boy Scout in England. So, that was certainly a wonderful move by a gentleman that has lasted many, many years and done lots of people. All right, if you look at my blog, which is ventured, you get your search for travels and pops. Okay. We had Embarkation. So here, see if it's okay. Probably video freezing too. Sound breaking up. Stuff also affected. I can back through as much as I can. The explanation is going to be postponed tomorrow, and here we are at the Friday. Discovered actually late that I thought I had a free day today, and that we to Windsor Castle tomorrow. We discovered that Hot Air Tom had he, I think, thought the same thing, but it was today that we were going to Windsor Castle. It is too far a trip to get back here in time to do the show on time. So I thought with the during the night. This morning, as we were leaving, now we had a very tight time schedule to leave the hotel. Get subway systems to get to train to go out to Windsor Castle. And we were on it. It was pouring down rain when I came out of the hotel. Now, the weather, they were all over the place. It could do this all day. A lot of high morning was cold as this. But I had to make a decision. I could go and get wet and get to the bus stop, which was about a block and a half away. And then I'd be close all day. It was warmer day. I just had the best interest for my, I had double pneumonia here. It's just been a couple months ago. And that almost killed me. And the doctor said the next time you get pneumonia, it's probably going to kill you. So I've been very careful. Yeah, we were in rain yesterday, but we were caught in rain, and it wasn't bad. It was more misty rain. Yes, a little wet. Off early in the morning. I did not think that was in my four So I apologize for all the inconvenience. I apologize for changing horses in the middle of the stream. But I had to do what I had to do. So that's very disappointed. Turn has not run the whole. It's been yucky here and wait. But after so I'm not with Tom. He's on his own, and he does that a lot anyway because he rarely goes on excursions. But still, I feel bad because I kind of let him down, and he had planned for me. So, all right, I'll be back to try to knock out these news stories, and hopefully the signal will hold up for that after a quick break from one of our fine network sponsors. All right, we're going to start the day off, folks. A-list actors Drew Barrymore and Orlando Bloom will be featured in MSC Cruises' first big game commercial during Super Bowl 2025, bringing a hefty dose of star power to a promotion aimed at highlighting the line's new build MSC World America. MSC Cruises announced in early January that it would buy a 60-second spot during the April 9th, 2025 National Football League event, which is likely to be seen by some 100 million spectators. A number of cruise ships are canceling their planned visits to Iceland over a new infrastructure fee imposed by the local government. We reported on this on Wednesday's show. Effective from January 1st, the new legislation requires a roughly payment of $18 per guest while visiting a port in the country. While the local government expects the fees to generate over $10 million for the state, port officials across Iceland report cancellations from multiple cruise lines. With ports like Grundarfjörður and Akureyri seeing significant cancellations, the number of cruise calls in Iceland is expected to decrease by 80 this year. Following in the footsteps of Bar Harbor, Maine, the town of Belfast, Maine is working on implementing its own cruise ship ban. Although the coastal town is only expecting to receive 14 cruise ship calls this year, that's up from 8 in 2024, the locals are having none of it. Ships carrying more than 50 guests will be banned. Here's a special offer from Chilliescruises. Join Nate in Brazil on the MSC Grandiosa sailing from Santos on February the 22nd. Double occupancy starts at $227 per person, solo from $309. Book now. Call or text me at 434-258-9264 and join Nate in Brazil. Unfortunate notification that their cruise must be canceled. The impacted sailing is the ship's March the 9th departure from Tampa, a 5-night Western Caribbean itinerary. Royal Caribbean discovered that Serenade of the Seas requires additional servicing beyond planned repairs and maintenance, which extends her currently scheduled dry dock period. January 25th departure of Carnival Magic will have a delayed embarkation by 2 hours. As a consequence, all terminal arrival appointments have been revised. The current sailing is the Ship Rocket Cruise, a special event featuring more than 35 different rock artists and bands. The extra time is needed to offload special equipment from the chartered voyage. The repairs that have forced Royal Caribbean's Oasis-class vessels to reroute itineraries since late November are still hindering 2025 sailings. The latest update sees Symphony of the Seas adjusting its February 23rd voyage, as San Juan Cruise Port's Pier 3 in Puerto Rico will still be closed and unable to welcome the 6,600 passenger ship. The worst modern cruise ship tragedy unfolded as the world watched Costa Concordia capsize with more than 4,000 souls aboard on January 13, 2012. 32 people lost their lives, and the captain of the vessel was ultimately condemned for abandoning ship while guests were still aboard. That former captain, Francesco Schettino, is now seeking early release from a 16-year prison sentence under a provision in Italian law that permits a semi-liberty release after those convicted have served at least half of their term. The hearing of the Surveillance Court of Rome to consider Schettino's request is set for March the 4th. Disney Cruise Line raised its recommended gratuity rates this week. The base rate is now $16 per person each day, according to Disney's website, up from $14.50. Guests and concierge staterooms and suites, meanwhile, will pay $27.25 per person each day, up from $23.50. The changes took effect on Wednesday. Do you have a trip planned to Sin City in the next few months? book a scooter or wheelchair rental and explore the casinos and attractions with ease. Las Vegas Mobility Rentals are 15 offers now until February 28, 2025. Just call Scooter Out toll free at 888-441-7575 to reserve online. You can also use SRN 11137 for the best rates. On January 21st, Mayor Christian Estrosi announced plans to ban large-capacity cruise ships from Nice, France, beginning in July of 2025. This would apply to any ship with more than 900 passengers. Guests on board Carnival Freedom were expected to be sailing toward the Bahamas by 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. However, the planned departure time came and went, and the ship remained docked in Port Canaveral several hours later, presumably due to an environmental issue. The Carnival spokesman did not specify what exactly the environmental issue was. However, chilliescruises has learned that the ship was leaking oil. Announced its expansion into the Indian market with the deployment of its cruise ship Resorts World 1, which will homeport in Mumbai from March 5th to June the 1st of 2025. The vessel will operate 3 weekly round-trip itineraries from the newly constructed Mumbai International Cruise Terminal at the Ballard Pier extension berth of Mumbai Port.
Here's today's Zero Solo Supplement deal. Freedom of the Seas, a 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise from Fort Lauderdale, sailing February the 16th, 2025. Double occupancy start at $893 per person. Solo cabins from $893. Just give me a call, 434-258-9264 on the Freedom of the Seas Zero Solo Supplement.
And that puts an end to the news portion of today's show. Probably, thankfully, as bad as it seems to be breaking up. Let's go and check if it's here and see who's fussing today. Okay, Mike's with us. Good morning, Mike. Always good to have Mike back with us. Honey, couldn't with that today. Maybe you need to rest up for the rest of your trip. Well, the way that problems in video, and it's still breaking up, I see. Joanne says, good morning. Steve's with us. Good morning, Steve. Okay, we're really bad connection. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the weather. Hey, morning, guys. Great weekend. Yeah, we're going to go Sunday, we the Intercontinental and go over to Paris. Monday show will be from Paris. I'm going to keep as much open-minded. The shows will actually go because Hot Air Tom's, he didn't set up with any thought in mind to me doing shows. And I understood. Should have probably paid more attention to his schedule when I just let him handle it all. So there may be some issues, and best we can. I should have given you my rain poncho. I have a good heavy winter coat. But in the air, it doesn't come down to my knees. So I'm getting wet. The coat gets wet. Around the collar and the hood get wet. That's why I have more flat that I wear. My head here. Pennsylvania and blanking out again. I don't know what. So, Kenneth's with us. Pennsylvania. And our son down. Roger says my cousin discussed is feeling better and is out of the rehab hospital. Good. That's good to hear. Chillie, what do you get on the list to come back? The 2nd. Kenneth, we're going to Paris next. And then a couple days in Southampton. And then we get on the 2nd. Bonnie says, that's great news. Roger, he's making a quick recovery. Yeah, that's awesome. That's good news. So, all right, guys. Again, my apologies for everything on this one. I have no earthly idea on, I was able to finally, I got that worked out and it was working relatively well, but I was counting on the live stream going to crap. So I got to work further to see if I can figure out what it is. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up for today. And for the weekend. I don't think we have anything scheduled tomorrow because it's fell up in schedules today. But we got to pack and get ready. And then when we leave here early Sunday, all right, guys, going to wrap it up for today. Again, my apologies for the technical glitch. Hopefully we can get it worked out. All right, that's going to wrap it up. As always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising. Hopefully one day soon, we'll all get together on the high seas. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to everybody again on Monday. I'll probably do some, pop-up lives.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.